Hello and welcome to my CEO memo for June of 2023. What a month. It was pretty darn busy and for all the right reasons. There has been a lot of different estuaries of work coming together to see their finality, and I'm hoping that that turns into a stream and into a torrent of work in the United States, Houston specifically. So the key thing for us was that we have completed our new website that has over 160 pages, and we're adding to that all the time. So we had to migrate a lot of our how-to guides. They were done in early 2020 when we went into lockdown and we didn't have as much work. Our staff produced a lot of how-to guides. They needed to come from the old website to the new. The key difference for this website is that it has moved from a .co.nz to a .com domain, and so we're excited by that. Just lifts the professionalism, and certainly moving into the United States, a .com is more befitting of the brand than say a .co.nz. So that's really cool. That was a lot of work for me. I really wanted to make sure that the content was on point, and a lot of our videography, our animation has come to the fore and aligns really nicely with the layout of the site. So please look for new walkthroughs that are going to come through over the months. We have 4 new this month, but perhaps you might not have seen some of the previous how-to guides that we have. And if you want to know how to do something, if there's a technological hindrance, burden that you want to get rid of, feel free to get in touch with us and ask, do we have a solution for it? Because we'll hopefully put together a walkthrough. We assign one per senior manager each month, and we go through a series of weekly sort of tasks to keep that moving along. We start with the purpose to make sure that the walkthrough is actually useful for you. And then we go through, we do a video, we do step-by-steps, we do some FAQs, we write a blurb, some imagery, and put that onto our website. So yeah, if you've got a question, then please don't hesitate to check with us. I'll just briefly show you the website. Quite proud of it, mainly because of the burden of all of the content. So if you are, I'll just go quickly to the bottom, you can choose which area you are. Obviously, for the Texas site, it does geotag, so for New Zealanders it should say you're in New Zealand, but it changes out dynamically all of the contact details. If I click on the contact area, it's going to say the location that we have in Houston. If I go to the bottom here and I choose New Zealand, similarly it's going to change out for the address and the contact details here. So we've spent a bit of time ensuring that our solutions are a lot more work through. So every one of our solution pages is now available on the site. So if you click through to our favorite solutions, our initial job, the data health kit, strategic data planning, GA4, and then consulting. So if you were to go through to the DHK page, you then get a video and then the layout of the information that is contained within that particular product. So quite bright colors, really quite excited by that. We go back to the homepage, we have a lot of the awesome videos that we have been producing. This is our latest radio ad, but we do have some of our longer forms. What is the data health kit? How do projects work? Services and the like. And so we also have put forward an update to our teams page. Probably hadn't been done in 5 years. So it's good to be able to showcase all the team members that we've got working with us. And so, you know, that's really exciting to have that concluded. Each of the locations has a local page. I'll be recording videos for that today, over the next couple of days. So you'll see the New Zealand flag. I brought my iron in. I need to iron that. I've had that flag for about 25 years. So it's been to all manner of sporting occasions and flats, and we're at obviously my house now. And I bought a flagpole. So I'm just waiting for the base to arrive. The courier delivered the flagpole, but not the base. And then I've got all these flags. So we've got the Chinese flag for Chinese staff. We've got an Indian flag for Indian staff. We have a Pakistani flag. But I also over there had last week purchased an American flag, a Texas flag, Filipino flag, So it's flags galore, which is great. I'm going to have the flag behind each of the videos I record. So for the New Zealand studio page, I will record a New Zealand-centric video, welcome video, and I will do the same for the Texas, the American, and the Filipino homepages. So that's really cool. So feel free to check it out. I think, as I said before, the key pages that we're now adding is, for example, you can come to the media page and you can segment down if you just want to look at videos. It'll give you all the videos we have on the site. If you want to look at the how-to guides, specifically you want to have a look at Google Ads, you could see how to use the performance report in the Google Merchant Center, and then it will give you a video about that, overview and step-by-step instructions. What is the report itself, some FAQs, and then you can go and look at products related to that particular service. So yeah, great to have that live. It's soft release at the moment. It's the .com. We'll transfer the .co.nz over. We need to do the redirects, and the same go live process that we've done for you or may do for you at some point in time will be the same that we have done for ourselves. So GA4 configuration, all the events and conversions need to be triggered. We are going to use server-side tagging so that we own the data and that we can make better use of AI as time goes on. The other thing I wanted to show you today was our skills score. So we've done a lot of internal training and development. The first thing we did is obviously we had to identify what are our products. We know what they are, but we had to sort of break them down. Then we surveyed every staff member and we said, what do you see as your skills score? Because then that gives us an understanding of what they personally need to work on. And we matched that against the Google qualifications. Now, for the bulk of our staff, they already have a qualification. They may not have all the qualifications. And so we want to make sure that every staff member, frontline staff member, that's a project manager and an operational staff member, have all of the available qualifications. And there are quite a few. Now, I'll show you this in the moment. They break down across a number of different product lines. And this is so that we can deliver the very best. Oh, my wife's calling me. I'll just pause that and continue with this video. Call her back in a moment. Yeah, so they break down across a whole range of different areas that I feel that our staff should know, should be aware of. And you'll see on the screen at the moment that we have the individual products that we offer. We have the staff along the top here, and then we have where they sit in terms of their understanding for each of these internal products. And then we go down and we have some internal jobs that need to be understood. And then we have some internal processes like creating a project plan, creating a quote, the different WIPs, how to use Teams. So a variety of information. This here is more, that's internal management. And this one here is for initial induction, critical things that you should understand. And we're really wanting to upskill our staff across the board. Now, obviously, with our existing staff, that's going to be Google products and in time, Microsoft AI products. And it's also going to be around the internal products that we have. But for new staff that come on board, we want their induction to be really robust. That first 90 days, half, if not more of their time is going to be spent on actually learning how things are done at Wonks, because we want to ensure that it's our process that is being completed, because then we can guarantee that quality of service to you. We know where the breakdown of something, if it occurs, because we've tracked back on the task orientation that we've delivered. So then we have the individual skill scores across where we have deficiencies. So you can see that enhanced e-commerce, which is quite technical, is an area where we need to work on with our staff. And so that is exactly the process that we're going down. And so we're aiming toward uplifting where the true impact is going to be, right? Like we want to make sure that we're not just constantly training on something that people already know. And I think this will be the individual skill scores. So then from there, we've created an individual skill sheet. Now this sheet gives the staff member their scores across all of their internal work. So Mikey has a total score of 66.4. And then we haven't filled out the certification yet, but this will be, he's already done a lot of these certifications. He just needs to come in and give us the update of when he completed it, what the score was, and then we'll put the screenshot of the certification. But for staff generally, you'll see that we do a search fundamentals, a search ad creation, we optimize the search campaigns, and then we have a certification. Similarly for display, create and optimize, measure, display ads, the certification. YouTube, ad fundamentals, create ads, reach planner, certification. Shopping, basics, shopping ad strategy, foundations of commerce. Performance max, certification. Analytics, discover next gen, I believe that's GA4. Use GA to grow business, measure marketing, go further, certification. And then these ones don't actually have a full-on skill shop certification process, but we do want our staff to understand Search Console, Tag Manager, Looker Studio, and GMB. So we would expect that all of our staff are able to have these certifications by the end of September for those that don't have it. And from this, we've then dealt with our middle management team. So we have a really clear understanding of what resources are available to us at any given time, so in any given week for any given staff member. And that person's middle manager and the traffic team will work with the staff member in question and say, okay, well, you do not have this particular certification. We would like it complete. So let's imagine it's search. So these are around about 90 minutes, sometimes a 2-hour modules. So let's say that they're each 2 hours, and that's 8 hours of work. We would say we're going to give 2 hours per week for the next 4 weeks so that that person can get their Google search certification. Once the certifications are done, we want to go back to our internal master product templates. Now, I don't have it up on my screen now, but we also have a training matrix, which is the repository of where all of our training detail has been put forward. So that'll be PDFs, that'll be training videos specific to tasks. It may be a quiz, a whole range of content that we've produced for our teams to be able to tap into so that they can upskill. Now, in our Manila-based team, that is incentivized via bonus, because we really want to make sure that we are limiting mistakes. Obviously, there's a cost to the company when there are mistakes, but we want to increase productivity and we want to deliver the absolute best for you. And that is what training is about. It's taken a long time to get here. It really has, because it's so multifaceted and people take training in different ways. One individual can be told directly and have a great response to it. Another person might be a rote learner and they just go one by one by one. Another person might have a sort of multifaceted approach to it, and they need to see it before they can absorb it. So we've tried to build a training program that has a well-rounded exercise. I'm going to stop my screen sharing. So, oh, there I am. But we also need to ensure that it's sort of self-moderated and self-propelled. So we've given all of the opportunity, we've identified what we need. We've given the time to that particular staff member. We've given them the resources, and then we've incentivized them. I would hope and I would expect, certainly considering the skill set of our team at the moment is already very, very high, that this really stretches us beyond anyone else that's in the market, because we have the time, we have the resources, and we have the dedication toward being better, and not to be. It's always a hard one with Google, right? Like Google says to do something, they release a new tool. I'm always a little bit like, maybe let's just wait to see how that's going to be for our clients. Not cynical, but sometimes those product releases are designed to benefit Google. Nevertheless, we want to value add to our clients. We want to contextualize what we're delivering to you based upon your needs. Not just, hey, look, we do this for everyone else. It really needs to be a case-by-case basis. You know, what is the business objective? What is the net uptick in revenue, lead generation that you are going to receive? So just a little bit of training on how we do things, and obviously the new website, which I'm done now. Thank crikey. So into July, wow, that flag is going to be a Texas flag, the Lone Star State. And we are starting marketing. We are starting to look for clients now, which is, wow, that's now here. So hopefully that goes well enough. We're putting a bit of resource and money behind that. But the insurance is sorted, terms and conditions are sorted, accounting is sorted. We have a phone number, we have the location, the tech stack is done. It's time to, hey, do you want to buy some Wonks services? So wish me luck for that. Have an amazing July. and look forward to seeing you all next